Hello everyone, I'm Dragroth, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Now, yeah, just continuing where we left off. So, okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There was another path I did want to take that I love how sometimes there's just little changes and stuff like that.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah. So, I wanted to go over here. Hey, look.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Goodness. Okay. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift. Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Yeah.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Really?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Really?
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Okay.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
It is,
She's been waiting.
Oh, shit.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your...
Yeah. Place my faith in her. Stanley. Oh.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Really?
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh.
Gotcha. Oh,
Can I move?
Come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
For a minute there, I
did. Their
did.
life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley.
Really?
I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
But I don't wanna.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
No. Okay, poo-poo head.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What the fuck? Good morning. Press C on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Really? Press M?
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
It's turned into my desk.
Pushing a button.
At work.
Now, he's eating lunch. Now, he's going home. Now, he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Press G.
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
Yeah.
From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
Yeah.
Fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful.
That's
And
just
each day that
creepy.
he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press G to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
Really?
The thought excited him terribly.
X to spend time with the boys.
So he went further.
Anything
He
else
imagined that he
change?
came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Yeah. Press Y to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
Dinner's gone.
Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby.
I remember those.
The Stanley Parable.
Or to tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free.
Yeah.
Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Really? Press F to tell your wife you love her.
But there is no answer.
What the fuck?
How could there possibly
My wife.
In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Press H to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I'm gonna do it. Be at work in the morning.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
Shit.
How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Why to question nothing?
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to.
Man,
but I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
It's just my office.
We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
Maybe this time.
And I tried again.
Please die.
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What? And Stanley died. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, there was also... I wanted to see what happens if I go downstairs when it tells me to go upstairs. There will be a reward for finding them all. Huh. Wonder if there's actually something with that. Is there one in the broom closet? No. Not one in the broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Maybe I am.
My co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
Yeah.
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Yeah.
He yelled.
It's all a dream.
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers were actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Yeah.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
Yeah.
And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Wow.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
What the fuck?
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back. The fresh air of a world outside this one.
Really? That's what he felt?
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job.
Yeah.
Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please.
Yeah.
It's all I want.
That's all I want.
I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life.
My wife was a lie,
the way
though.
it's always been. My life is normal.
No.
I am normal.
No.
Everything will be fine.
This is all a lie.
I am okay.
Oh, no. Oh, fuck.
Stanley began screaming.
Oh, shit.
Someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office.
Oh,
I
my
am
God.
Real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Well, damn. That's... that took a turn.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Mariella?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh, wow.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. No one knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
Well, damn.
She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Well... what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Input received. Begin the game again. Boom. Input received. There. I did it. Welcome, Stanley, to heaven. Buttons. Buttons. I push all the buttons. It's button heaven. Look at all the buttons, everyone. There's buttons. I'm so happy. All the buttons. Yeah, so many buttons. Buttons. Oh, yes. Okay, anyways, begin the game again. Oh, sweet. I got button heaven. Sweet. I did it. Okay. Hey, that's different. What? The bucket's there. I'm curious, though.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
I might have time for one more. See what else we can find out here before we start really losing it. I wonder what's in that other room in the office. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Because I don't remember this. Wasn't there a way to... No, I almost had it. Okay, what's in here? Okay. We'll go up. Ooh, royalty-free music. Oh. What the fuck? Okay. The narrator's singing too. Okay. What? What the hell? This is fucked up. Business strategy? Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Wow, okay, thank you. I guess, but, okay, there was a achievement or something for this, if I remember.
8.
Thank you. Okay, sweet. Achievement unlock 8. Okay. So we're gonna go the evil route before I end this episode. We're gonna take control of the mind control machine ourselves. Okay.
Stanley walked straight
weird.
ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I didn't think the narrator would be like, yeah, we know all about this already, kind of deal. Okay. That was interesting.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I sure did. I had my bucket with me at one point to tell me, but...
Now the monsters jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Yes, freedom meant nothing here.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
It was true.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Yes.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Really? Oh, I would have never thought that my mind would be controlled by them.
He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Ooh. Utterly
But
blind
here was
to the
proof,
world.
the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert it. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I sure
After
did.
they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do.
Now I have more buttons
but
to
you
push.
need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
Oh, fuck.
How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now.
But number
Shape it
3
to your
was...
heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me.
There's 4, yeah.
Where we're going.
Okay.
What all this means. I barely know where to start.
4.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
One of these.
I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich.
Purple too.
I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
Really?
My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
Oh, fuck.
But I'm enjoying this so much.
It's 2 minutes go by fast.
You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Oh, thank you.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh,
There's
dear
a pink
me.
button.
What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons. No, these colored ones.
No,
or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything. Something
you
here
bastard.
will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? One solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Damn it.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That
fail
timer isn't a
safe.
catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
Yeah,
to
well,
see
I'll
you
figure this
made
out.
Humble.
I'll find a way out.
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Goodbye, employee 427.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
That music, though.
No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't.
I can't press that button.
It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Okay. I blewed up. Anyways, that's all for this part, so... I'm gonna continue doing more of this. This is getting interesting. I might take the bucket around, a few places next time. So, thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out some other games that I've played. I'll see all of you in the next one. Bye.